too. Gonna go ahead and make sure this is on alright. Hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. I've given this a go. I had this desk for quite a long time. I think my dad found it at a flea market, if I'm not mistaken. And it's got some scribbles on it from its previous owners. And then old friend like had it for a long time and ended up with it back, and pretty neat. So this was able to fit the clamp pretty nice. Gave up on the desk for the clamp. I'm looking for a tabletop vise only because, you know, I thought the clamp would actually be a little easier for the tables that I have, little side tables, stuff like that, but just can't find much to grip onto it that's a comfortable like to sit in for a long time. There is this table I'm really interested in. It's a hospital approved table, and my dad's friend who had a stroke, he got one for himself after a few Amazon, like the first search result tables he returned, but it's really sturdy. $60, and if you just look up hospital issued table, I could like share it if anybody's really interested, but man, you could have it tall, really low, and lock the wheels. Really good. It's approved for medical. Yeah. Excuse me. Let me clip this on. I lost the magnet for it. So. I'm gonna stretch this shirt. Maybe if I grab the necklace too. Or do you hear the necklace in there? I'm not too sure. So tonight, finally getting back into swing things with a spot to sit. Got a few ideas I've been wanting to give a go, but first, it's amazing how my mind is just wiped clear. So I'm gonna grab some colored pencils and a notebook, because this time I'm gonna draw things out also. I really want some usable flies. Been testing a few things finally, just in the canal. Gotta move quick because the gator out there. But it's been nice. Alright, I need a piece of paper. Don't mind me. Finally, I cannot forget these. Look at these. They're like true Victorian shape, real leather. They're Stuart Weitzman's, and I've seen these before in vintage shops, like the higher end consignment shops, and never in my size. They're super stretchy, but the leather was a little dry rotted. So the other ones, this portion, god damn it, they're pulled, and now there's a hole. So I'm gonna try to find a saddle maker to just put a notch of leather right there, and if they can put one on the other. I don't mind if it's actually uneven and it shows the mending. I don't mind at all. But they're yeah. So, paper. Alright, so there's that. And I wanted to make a better worm. So, lost one worm out there, just one of the stress ball worms. But no, I already brought it. But I really want to make another one of those. But green. So like the James and the Giant Peach worms. Oh yeah. I have this stuff. If this won't work with resin, like if the resin just chews it up or something. I'll throw it in my craft bag, but I couldn't pass those up at Dollar Tree, or no, where is this? Walmart, I think. But I still got this stress ball. I haven't landed on any worm material yet, but I have this. So I'm gonna need another little desk notebook, but got a few of these, and I'm just gonna use the crappy scissors for like rubber and stuff. Yeah, see how that like just like slides out of it? The ties flies scissors wouldn't do that. They're serrated. So I'm gonna grab a little pile, because I don't just keep a little pile up here, because I'm almost done in here as far as putting things to where it's a little easier to work. Maybe. I also got one of these microfiber. Oh wow, could make like a Medusa. Anyways, microfiber saw. Found it in the automotive section in a Walgreens. So they had these really nice vibrant ones, but man, they'll stop water, so it'll be nice and heavy. But I haven't made a sock worm yet. Now, I see them being used to target trout. However, I was thinking of ways to make something with them for right out here. Just something vibrant and bouncy. My little worm didn't do anything. It just, I think one thing that I too need help with is choosing the right size hooks. Or, I mean, keeping the proportions appropriate for whatever hook size I'm tying upon. I love the heck out of that. And, yeah, and this I haven't asked about. I was gonna ask the people that I've been talking to about this guy, because this, I'm not sure how appropriate it is to put marabou in between two layers of the bucktail, but I want to try to tie another one of these if my hands work, but do the same in between the bucktail, or the pink. Hey Adonis, how's your night going? I appreciate that, Messiah. I hope your night's going beautifully. Loki, how you doing tonight? Hello, ma'am. Mama. Oh. Yeah, I'm having a pretty decent day, Ginger Harrison. I appreciate that. I finally getting back to it. I had a desk that was you know, it was Florida, but right here was a nice scenic mountainous region. I really had to get a hang of that. Yeah, I wish I just had like one more color green. Maybe. I don't know. Ruben Flores Chigs had a clouser at the end, a Cropper clouser. What is this one? So I think really, and wanting to also, hey, I really like learning because any fly or lure, what have you, that could possibly want to try or can't find locally, like I It's really valued Addison. Alright. Here's a few more things but I feel like I just got back, so it's what to start with. Last few times everything was so like jammed, but alright, so let me alright, I'm gonna zoom on in here in a second. A place to hang this would be nice. Hair tinsel. I really need to get another pack of this. I saw, who was it again? I wish my hair was like that. That would be so sweet. But they had it came in a box, like a party box, so you would bring it to like a kid's birthday or something. But it was so travelable. This came with a bunch of, I did get the longest that was available and the cheapest pack possible that had multiple colors. But next time I'm going to put zip ties so it's a little more manageable. But yeah, I saw someone says like a party kit or something. I really want to find that one. So, gonna make a bait fish for the canal and might utilize that. Also, one more. I should grab a cup of water because I want to see what this looks like wet. Because could this not be warm for here? I really want some worms. But there's also this, like a decent one. But I was also thinking over here. I haven't worked with this yet. This diamond braid, not for pumpkin picker. That's what it says. Always blows my mind. Oh, such a neat material. I don't know if you could like see that. It's just such a neat material. It's really interesting one. So can I make James and the Giant peach worm with this? Essentially, so the hairline kit, this is the worm pattern from that kit, which is just chenille. And if I could just do that with this to make James and the Giant peach worm. But I could add some of this to the center. I just really want to make a James and the Giant peach worm. Oops. And I was thinking about trying to rig them like tandem. And someone mentioned in a chat group that they, oh, I forgot what type of, but they put a fly on with it. Shoot, where was that? Was that? Maybe it was a stream chat. I don't know how y'all keep up. It's taking some practice. But, man, I've been needing some good quality stuff to watch, and like I came across, I looked up that, oop, shoot, I should look this up. Hey, Samu Bobo! Yeah, and I mean, I guess, yeah, of course it would, it's plastic, but was able to just melt that closed. Make sure all of that is not unraveled. Oh, it's such a cool material. I wish I could wear all this stuff, but I feel bad. Like, the UV craft resin is out of stock in one, and it's stuff like that. That's like, wow. Because it is all made in, not all of it. I'm not saying like, because I don't know, I just got here, but the UV resin is made in America, and the very small selection is just, it's really, really refreshing. It feels like, I don't really see that a lot in like crafting, but in fly tying materials, there's it's just really, really nice. I'm fixing to put another order in at RubenFloresJigs.com and RubenFloresJigs.com. Ordered 2 packs of the Azula spinners, but I forgot to add a pack of the chenille to the cart, and that stuff looks lush. And some of it's made in-house, meaning when I say in-house, I don't mean like in someone's house. I mean either like one of their friends makes it, like they produce it, like, you know what I mean? It's just within like the telephone line or something, and it's pretty neat. Alright, so it just occurred to me that now I have to choose a hook. Here's another thing real quick that I'm not sure how to use this, but it is pretty glorious. Holy trucks. I also got some Flexo tube for them crabs, but I'm gonna need to watch make a playlist on that. So some of my favorite patterns to watch is those Flexo tube ones. I remember getting it as a kid because Tuppence used to have sidewalk sales, and I don't know what it's used for, if it's used in tackle, like for what have you. Oh, I just came up, well, I'm sure people do it already, but anyway, could get one of those like something and do the Flexo tube just empty, because then you could mash like clam, bait, just mash it in the mesh, and that's like, oh sorry, I know, I always forget sometimes too, fly fishing is like, I stopped myself before asking if some streamers would be good for sabiki, because I was like, wait a minute, sabiki's for bait fish, and I was like, is there an etiquette to that? You know? I feel like I'll probably be fishing a kind of hodgepodge style, you know? So, because other than like live bait and a hook or like a piece of squid, and like I don't really have a lot of familiarity, so I don't have I ain't got nothing to stick to, and sometimes I forget that like that there's long held behaviors and traditions. I try to be respectful. I forgot what I'm up here for. Also, not really. What was I up here for? Oh, Jesus. Hooks. I'm also looking for whatever paint would be best for poppers, because I'm guessing nail polish wouldn't work on foam poppers. I believe they're foam. Right? Really like the hardest. No, yeah. But I am dying to get little babies. But dying to give these a go. I just really don't know what paint is appropriate. And if acrylic is fine, I'm good to go. But there's so many types of frogs out here. I feel like I'm wasting a little bit of time not trying some. I did tie one foam frog, but the tail is really weak. Alright. No way. Oh, thank God. I do have some X Mixabiki. I thought it was out. What is up? Very nice. Alright. So for this worm, I'm trying to think of like what shape would be best. Maybe one of those curved kind of. Okay. Nice. Okay. I knocked something down. I'm not sure what. And I also, one thing, because it'll take 2 seconds to do this, I found some beads that might be nice for eyes. They're white, essentially. They're shell. And I'm thinking, check it. So, some are rather thick. Here you go. That's a perfect demonstration. See? Now I could weigh these. Hey, Ron! Check it! If you go to a thrift store and see any shell jewelry, if you see this style, but all these are from the same necklace, they're just shell, and you see how crazy different sizes, so different weights, but thinking of using these for some eyes. So let me hit this, flatten it. Got tons of them. Ooh. And can use them as a landing pad too, to use this to do the stick on eyes. Could see myself doing that. Kind of just make sure they're the same size. Grab these scissors. the tweezers or something. I could put resin over that, dome it up. Sweet. Not on certain. Yeah, that's what I pictured when I could imagine the shock of if I like, cause acetone, I've melted styrofoam before with it. Could patch stuff. Alright. So I'm gonna try these worms real quick. It's just random scraps of different color mono. A lot of the different colors are from the beach. If it's not dry rotted and can still melt easily, keep it. Eventually I will make a bunch of them, and like maybe that'll be perfect for giveaways, because it's like oh well, giveaways, like I really want to start making some jewelry. I think that would be sweet. It's like special or whatever, but I do want to make something with some of the scrap, and like maybe I'm gonna be doing the beach cleanups whenever I can get a spot down there, and really just like gonna do it for fun, essentially something to stream, because do beach coming anyway and see how many buckets could fill. But it'd be sweet to rope people into that and like make a thing out of it, and then move on to spots that aren't just the ocean, like waterways, canals, fresh water. We have a lot of beach cleanups. Thank God, like, no complaints. Just would be really neat to have a just water in general. You got a nice, or a spot that like when you see it you're like, oh man, that's a shame. Call us up. Just I hope you don't mind music. They get like little kayaks to get in the canals and stuff. So it's just gonna be a little thing, because I'm gonna put two of them on a line and have one. Yeah, right on, Chris. Cheers. Yeah, it's like it's hard to walk away from. There's few things like been meaning to get net bags, but the thing that I found for swimming I can't live without now are the mesh bags, because I used to end up like breaking my hands from like holding random pieces of just stuff. But I think it would be sweet to like, I mean, anybody could buy the things, but could also like make it a thing that like kits or what have you, cleanup kits. Eventually I get this LLC thing. I want to have a shop again, which I sell like collectibles, vintage, and like handmade stuff. But to get wholesale would be really nice, and wholesale mesh bags is gonna be a must. There's so many spots, like my mind is like reeling with all the spots, and it's genuinely fun. And could fish. So like if it's the beach, like walk all the way down, you know, trash cleaning, beach combing. I was gonna say shell and beach at the same time, but shell collecting, beach combing, and filling buckets. And then the fishable spots, or the shoreline fishing friendly beaches, stop there and fish for a while, and then either walk back or have like a pickup point or something. I don't know. It'd be so easy. And like really all that there's to it is like finding enough people and picking a date and time. Or like have it like every first whatever of every like every month on the what have you. And have a pre-chosen like spot. And then like do that just with Facebook every state. The other thing was cookouts with essentially the same goal. Find a spot that's like a nature area and have a camp, and that's like the benefit of like having a bunch of people in the middle of a natural area. I don't know, it would just be fun as heck. And like not only does it bring people together, like good times, like cookout, like this, that, but also it's like, you know, a service. Party with the cause. Or party with purpose. I got a bit at this view on my face. It's really it might be a spider. Doesn't feel like it. Well, I can't really show it, but if y'all know how many spiders, or can picture how many spiders are in Florida swamp, got a lot of wolf bite spiders, but every now and then there'll be one that's like scary for a few days. So, yeah, no, that's it. Cause like, I feel like gonna be on the coast as much as possible anyway, and a lot of stuff is directly from finding walking around that I use for jewelry or crafts. Shoot, I meant to put a bead on that. I got you on the spiders. And the winter time is the time for out here. And same thing in Jupiter. There's a really nice spot to actually canoe and kayak. Uh, Gosh, what's the name of it? Riverbends. And during the summer, though, you can hear the spiders falling in the canoe. is that hook too big? It's just gonna be a silly little thing. It doesn't have to, but I think this is just too small. Or the other idea was somehow stretching the braid over one of these, the braided line. No, I'm Palm Beach County, all the way west. Usually Lake Worth Beach. I was gonna use a tungsten bead, but oh, I have to find a better source, a better area for those. I haven't looked on Taz Plaza if there's beads actually. I just did not even think to. Been very focused on getting thread. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? Party in the front. Something else in the back. So maybe I could just use both. One that has like the movement. I don't know. I really want some worms. Maybe the braid should be in the front. Because I think maybe, well, they're twitchy. So if this was like, and this was kind of, well, I'll try it. Few flies look a little mullety. I am really dying to try the deer stacking. Especially the ones that have like they're really mullety. They have like the like rounded front, but then the hair sticks out in the back, like a helmet. You know, I do. Nope, some left on it. I did finish unraveling the bait caster, even though it didn't really unravel it. More so just cut off what I could, honestly. I wanted to get back out there. Brought the little rubber worm out, or stress ball worm. But I was using this kind of strange leader. I was already attached to it from when I just had that 33 with the 8 pounds on it. Oh, excuse me. I gotta put a sheet under me. I'm afraid to use good scissors. I'm so afraid of dropping them. Because it is like straight concrete down there. Ooh. Did order the glue, or resin rather. I think I already said, I'm just really excited for that. Got some really nice spinners coming, some really nice thread, and really nice UV resin. I am walking on sunshine, quite honestly. Okay, might not be half bad. I wish there was some form of paint I could use on rubber. Sure, oh yeah, I'm sure like the least favorite part. Tried to cut it at an angle, but didn't really succeed. Very, very, very nice. Are you in Florida? Because it is getting pretty humid. Hasn't really. I mean, it stormed a little bit the other day, but not quite there yet. Really bad at dubbing. Like, really, really bad. Really like this green. Could look at this all day. Not kind of thick though. This was just a little quickie for fun here. I always regret doing this, yet I keep doing it. Okay. This one's doing like safety. Now, I have no idea how this will do. However, use the crappy scissors because I don't want to be protective. Well, I'm gonna have to use the the gooches. Hey, I'm stoked on this, honestly. That's exactly what I wanted. It's just something that's really bright and vibrant that'll be twitchy that I could just essentially dip in and out because I'm curious. The bank's been so vibrant that I really want to see things look at this stuff like in person, even if they don't go for it. And I really want to see it move down there. So I'm gonna make one more of these. I pictured it being smaller. I'm glad I got some size out of that, I think. I kind of want to bring it out. I wish the internet shorted out there. Yeah, I really want my chartreuse too. First, go at just like a real quick James Lyn giant peach worm. So let's see. Tampa, right on. I've been dying to go up to what is it, Ybor, cause the tunnels. I really want to go to see the tunnels. Big bad. I feel like up Ybor tunnels. I mean, Tampa in general has so much going on. It's amazing. I have a Masonic Mason temple too. And like it's brick. But yeah, underground Tampa would be sweet. And all the old cigar plants in Columbia House. A lot of things that saw a recent video on Winter Park too. Man, need to eventually just plan a dang train trip going around the state, like essentially outlining it. Alright, let me grab some coffee real quick and my other phone. But man, I want to go out there so bad. I think I'm glad I put this one on the back, but maybe I should make one in reverse. I mean, if Hairline's recommending a piece of red chenille on a hook, I think this stuff might be fine for what I want it for right now. But it doesn't get much easier than that. Anyway, I shall return. I'm not sure what to work on. I know I want to get a Crawford clouser, and I know I want to get a just like a pearly pink orangey bait fish thing. Ooh, let me turn this light down. I feel like an experiment. Um, I didn't realize that was all the way. Alright. I want to look at my hooks for a second because I don't think I really have started to delve into properly understanding how to choose a hook. Just trying not to make too much of a mess. The more I get this situated, the easier it is to work in. Everything's in one room, so every hobby I have takes place in this one room rather than in like different parts of a place. Oh, ah, I'm lost in the world. I don't know. Could join the worm family. I have a few more stress ball worms that move pretty nice. And if I figure a decent weight for this, I might use those shell eyes. Let's see, maybe. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in on here. And I'm not too sure the specific plan. I fell in love with the fly kit. I really do want to get the kit. I was watching Ty's Flies earlier this stream and briefly mentioned when someone brought up kits that the only like individual, well, okay, so like for individual flies it's not the worst thing, and then I think he said something along the lines of like the best one he's seen or something was fly side. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth. He said something along the lines of there was a decent one out there. I must have looked up every kit because I did fall for a lot of kits in the beginning, for real. I was trying to bulk up quick, and out here there isn't many. I mean, there isn't any stores that even sell a single feather attached to something on a pack of them. But I fell for a lot of kits, and looking for individual flies though, I was trying to find specific patterns in kit form, and I looked up every type I could find and never came across fly sci, and that's fly, FLY, sci, SCI.com? Yeah, flysci.com. And they had a pattern up there called the Dirty Hippie, and I know I've heard that before, but the colors were really, really, really nice, and is like brown, pink, and like a creamy. And until, oh, I need to open the door. It got really hot in here all of a sudden. Oh, I'm just so excited for some proper thread and some proper UV resin, which I love Mr. Resin. However, it does get a little intense, the big bottle on little things. And I really want to get back to making the little things. Make some amalgamations, rig-wise. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead and there's some bronze. You know what? Let me pull it up. I saved it. Here. It's gonna be. Jeez. Gonna be here for a second. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, double dirty. Double dirty hippie. That's intense. That's intense. So, yeah, good. Yeah. Dirty hippie fillet tang kit. Fly Sigh. Sex Dungeon. Whoa. Where is that from? What is that? Oh, X Dungeon. Okay. Well, this one's linked that. Ferret and Feathers Collide on the Dirty Hippie. Another streamer dreamed up by legendary fly tyer Charlie Craven. The ample meat to this fly gives it a great swimming quality underwater. And coupled with it, shimmer and flash induces aggressive takes from trout and bass. That is poetry. Kind of want to read it again, but I won't. Fly Side Dirty Hippie kit's $30, and it comes in size 2 and 4 for this kit, which I really do like the kits because it forces me to focus on and the repetition is really nice. Still struggle with that, like getting the same proportions twice if I were to make. I didn't make another one of those worms, but I would have been able to use that as an example. I could never be a carpenter. Jesus. So, all right. Got some tinsel. Found an apartment on Zillow, I guess, and the interior is wood honestly, it would be immaculate to rent that for a set, because that's really what I'm looking for is a workspace or to make as such. My old apartment was a film set, but I wasn't really filming. I was just taking pictures for eBay. Very extra pictures. Which a buddy actually painted one. I should put so much effort into these eBay pictures for the longest time. And put that aside. But huge resurgence in vintage, so I'm trying to prepare all that and get back going on what I know. And like my, like got a closet full of really decent clothes. But it's gonna take time, so I'm trying to push it out of my mind so I can stop like even anything moves so slow that I don't like sounding like a broken record. But it does help stay focused because that's not easy. But it does feel rather old-timey though. Anytime I need anything, I gotta wait till I'm in town. I'm not complaining, believe it or not, because it's really able to pinpoint what you need or want in life. Very simple. Okay. Lauren Ball. Tarts and crafts. Hooker TV. Yo. Yes. Yeah. I love, yeah. I mean, hooker jokes and I'll be real. Masturbate jokes never get old to me. There was a bait shop in Central Center of the state out of nowhere. Masturbates. Oh, maybe it was Sebring. I think it was in Sebring. I really want to go back to Sebring. I haven't really thought about it until someone mentioned it in chat. And they had this area, this lake, not lake, this like canal. I don't know how to describe it. It was straight from a picture book or a storybook. On a whole. Man, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to tell the few jokes I know yet. But the world's starting to, I feel like, relax a little bit, so I'll be able to tell them again. I like putting the pearl over stuff. This is that hair tinsel. I always have a brain fart going. There's one stubborn fiber. And this just for some life force energy. That pearlescence is just like real nice. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that is alright. So let me grab a few feathers that might I just want to see if this is long enough. This color, I just don't have anything like it. It's one of my favorite. Well, you know, I think it might be like right there. Maybe. Ah! I'm sorry. I overreacted there a little bit. I mean, I might not have. So, let me see if I do have a lighter. Oh, yeah. Okay. How would you bar this? Oh, I have an idea. These I actually had in just regular crafting. They were in a bag of flats. Alright, so I have a Sharpie. Mhm. Mm. Hmm. It works. I'm not sure. And I mean, I've done the crafter with the Sharpie and didn't bleed. I do have some alcohol markers too. Been meaning to give a go. I got them for drawing, but I didn't realize that they were chisel tip. Okay, I don't want to try that again because I'm gonna end up zooming all the way. Could wrap a little bit real quick. Hmm. Dang it. Psst. Wish I didn't do. Now I really should have looked up a pattern for this. However, yeah, it's really taken by the color combination. Profile. Shoot, I forgot to add lead. Oh dear. Okay. Let me just try real quick. I have to get lead on this. Oops. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm just very excited to get back tying because I haven't really been able to sit down long enough to work on anything. I just gotta work on my mind going blank as soon as I sit down. Okay, so I'm gonna add some lead. I really think I should order some more solar resin, honestly, for eyes. Because instead of buying a bunch of these, I could get the solar resin and color eyes. Because I do like the ones with the pupils. And I always tell myself I'm going to make some with the sequins. I just never get around to it. But with the UV craft resin, I could just put little dots. I have to do that. I wonder what color I should get. Black for sure. God, I wish I could get... okay, so get two colors. Black for the pupil. Either red or pink, maybe? That'll be fun. Chartreuse. Or white. I'm looking for really any and all materials and supplies. If there's any recommendations as far as stuff like you wouldn't be able to tie without, because that's some really valuable intel. There's a lot on the market, and sometimes it's hard to know what I can get like a ton out of for this area. You know? Like, cute. Let me see a little lit. And move that camera a little more. Now, gonna use that craft burr. And hey, Matthew, I really appreciate that. I'm gonna be trying to figure out something to do for the members only side, because A, I need to get on that, but B, it's a huge benefit because some things, like, it might be a little either easier to focus learning or getting the hang of if because so far it's like it's quite people that, like, I don't know, just have a lot of input that at least I won't miss. And but other than that, like, just more than happy to film anything specifically, like if there's any plants or I don't know. I really don't know. Just please never hesitate. I have a hard time staying focused, but been at it for the last about 8-9 months, maybe over a year now at this point, and slowly but surely getting a little closer to being able to get started on what I really want to do, which really simple, man. It's just kayak and mangroves. Ain't no thing. And some nets to float on the back for trash. Like, but yeah, just I guess so scrambled with words. I really appreciate it. Please never hesitate, and just thank you to the moon and far beyond. Hey, kind of always in that state of awe and shock now, which is like what life is for, in my opinion. But last few years, obviously, it's been a little odd. I really don't understand why I can never find the US Craft Resin.com. USCrafts.com? What is it? UV crouchy. Why do I keep I keep typing US craft? There we go. So for some reason my desktop is only showing, or didn't show the clear. Alright, I might have to do it. Black and white. Man. Maybe black and white. Okay, so black, white. And then the next go, I'll get the chartreuse and pink. Shoot, but that root beer for ants. A lot of ants in Florida. Big, juicy ants. And little itty bitty ants. Has anybody made an ant ball? Oh no, okay. I apologize. The dogs heard him wrestling out there. $30, and that's with free shipping. That's the only reason why I'm like, dang, I really should order that. Let me see if anybody responded to my post. Let's see. Trying to get a rod holder. Once y'all see it, you're gonna be like, why didn't you just make that? Because it's just 2 pieces of wood, and it's on Amazon, unfortunately. Feel bad. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so, where is it? Okay, 25 bucks. All my rods are just like in piles. It's driving me to tears. Easy as pie. No spinning, no bearing or anything like that. Just as simple as could be. So there's 2 things that I was in between as far as pigments. Now, I'm not sure what anybody's opinion is on this. Oh, oh man, I really appreciate that, Matthew. Holy trucks. I didn't really see the 5 gift memberships. That's please never hesitate. I get rendered speechless quite easily, and thank you very kindly. What a treat. I saw the tail end of the green. Man, I appreciate that. I, words. I'm just really happy to be here, and it's just, wild when that happens at the same time as things working out, where it's a surreal experience. Crossing, like, everything off the list, which, I say a lot, but I've been saying how I wanted to make a YouTube channel for a long time. Just, like, I feel like anybody who does anything, I feel like, at least should have that thought. Everyone has quite literally gold to share. I mean, I watch a lot of live streams on car repairs, just random people in their garages. I don't know nothing about cars, but so I'm really thankful that there's live streams of mechanics. It's just really value the whole thing a lot. Ooh, who's Hannah? I think my ultimate goal would be to have like um what like a warehouse shop where like this a bunch of stuff, random stuff is for sale, but it's more so like a workspace. That would be sweet, and it would be live streams. Just the security camera. I want to see that chick. I mean, to be fair, that she is from a comic book. And see, scroll. I watched a lot of outdoorsy stuff. I can't put faces to names because I usually pick up my phone for just a second at a time. Right now, anyway. Oh my gosh. Focus. What's that? But this is a comic book. That's intense. Really cool. Yeah, no, I really value YouTube. Like, there's no way you would find, I mean, when I was a kid, there's Bear Grylls, but there's the other guy, and the other guy was where it's at. I liked Man vs. Wild just fine, but the other guy, and, Dirtiest Jobs, I still, Micro, I don't, so glad the world's starting to calm down again. There's like that weird fear before saying like a random public figure, because man, I don't know any of these people's personal lives. I don't know who was caught doing what in the last few years. There's a few a few good years these last few years where got just about every musician from your obvious ones, but to Danzig, to the singer of Rammstein, and alright, so back at it. I'm looking for craft fur. Whoops, it was right there. Okay, so where did think I should. It would just make eyes so easy. And I don't know how limited that. It's like free shipping for a limited time. How limited? This I must know. Now I'm gonna probably let me do the bottom. Well, the top rather. So okay, I'll put the pink down here. This I need using scissors for. Gosh, feels like relearning how to do all this. So sometimes even if not feeling, I try to at least do something. I'm gonna start practicing on safety pins so I could ease up on hooks. Not the best quality hooks, but I really want to learn, so I don't want to keep like choking, because I feel like I'm running out of stuff. I don't mind tying on safety pins, because then I could attach those to everything. My own. This, maybe, would it be a bad idea to use bucktail on the top, I wonder? Because that extra rigid, that stiffness will be, I always get worried about this specific craft fur, the craft store craft fur. I feel like it's gonna block the hook, maybe, but maybe I'm just overthinking that. I wonder. To be totally honest, I'm working from the absolute bottom up. I was the youngest in my group of, out of my cousins, and I don't have siblings, so. And by the time I was old enough to walk, my grandparents were pretty much retired. So excluding like my dad fishing saltwater, don't have too much experience other than just enjoying like I guess like heritage stuff, like human heritage, and knowing that how abundant the land is, really. Been foraging pretty much my whole life, even urban foraging, pretty much especially urban foraging. And it's for a lot of tropical plants and a lot of edible greens. Hmm. I'm always so confused doing this. Oh, I thought I saw a strand over that. Okay, I'm gonna add some pink because I'm gonna add like a decent amount of this long fiber flash, I think. Definitely gonna do bucktail one maybe. Just like instead of the tail, just a bunch of that flash. And some extra limp flash. I've been really wanting to get like a blue and a white fish with a black stripe, I think would be nice. I think a few months ago my channel turned 3. Been posting random stuff, I guess. Bunch of different directions. Cause really was kind of trying to figure out a direction to begin with. It's just wild that I found one. Don't know if that would have happened if anything else was different. I've tried to fall into a bunch of crafts. Like there has to be one like where I could do it for days without even the slightest hint of boredom or exhaustion, like mental or interest exhaustion. But like I even tried quilting. Could not get any of the corners to meet up. Oh, jeez. bad at thread damming, thread damn it. Let's fix that up a little bit. And I'll push that back a little more too, but I want to add the flash up here. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, your birthday was yesterday. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is a dangerous game, that crap, or me pushing the stuff back. And every time I try really hard not to draw blood on camera. Happy birthday, Matthew. Please don't hesitate. On pretty much everything. Facebook, Instagram, and when I'm not streaming, I'm usually just poking around and working on stuff here and there. Ooh. Do want to get some guests going, even like, doesn't have to be fishing, could be anything. Oh shoot. Here, let me set this down real quick. Ah. Okay. And now that this desk is cleared, should be back to every weekday streaming. And hopefully this weekends will be getting some fishing in. Been going for every weekend, but it gets chaos. Chaos engine, try to left my way out. You. Oh, my finger was on it. Okay, should be good. Okay. Alright, getting this snugged up in there. Cause Andy, you're These eyes don't mind. Yep. Alright, if I keep going, I'm gonna mess it up by a few. This is for the canal. Also, pretty much everything is either canal or beach or sabiki for now. Oh, ripped that a little bit. Ew, look what I did. I ruined it. Oh, I did. Fuzzy was her name indeed. Okay. Well, good thing this is really for just a messing. Just goofing. New boot goofing. Y'all aren't gonna want to see this. And when that dries, I'll be able to cement it a little bit and to just push those fibers in a little bit. Look at this thing. It's very sharp. Very, very sharp. The sharpest bodkin I've ever owned. Got 3 thus far. And the griffin one, very, I like this. It's not sharp. It's not necessarily rounded either. So I use this for fibrous stuff if I don't really want to get nabbed on anything. I am going to make one eventually with a darning needle, which I'm sure y'all have done. Nice, not sharp at all for even fibrous materials. Because then, just like with sewing needles, I have super, super sharp, relatively sharp, and then completely dull. Because the dull just passes through things. But if you want to, like, nick things, it's, yeah, nice having a bunch of different types. I'm just gonna trim that maybe a little bit more, but I kind of like it actually, going all the way to the back. Could go wet it. That scared me. Oh my gosh. My finger got glued to it for a split second, but my brain, like, I'm holding a hook, so my brain said hook. I really like the colors. This is inspired by the color combination, and really the whole, I mean, I essentially tried to retie it. Dirty Hippie, fly size kit version, which I really want to get some more kits. I like really, really bad. For the going in town, I'm not sure. And got that travel kit, which I still really like that one. The reason why I stick to this one is it's just a little taller. Yeah, some bait fish. This for the beach. And listen to some Tim Fallon. If anybody's into chip tunes, Tim Fallon was the man. Tim Fallon and there's really only two chiptune artists that I know. Oh, I have a pixel art making playlist that. Oh my gosh, look what I did. My fingers have been marking this a little darker, but I'm not mad. Gosh, that's nice. You know, it might not be the prettiest thing to some, but I gotta get my fingers back going. And that brass with the pearl just like, yeah. Yeah, I can see how that cured my depression. You know, if you are lost in life, get behind a device. Alright, let me give you some advice. I like cheese, okay? So it's bound to start oozing from my pores eventually. I'm very excited for this. There's so many things that I instantly want to change, but I'm also trying to get out of that until I fish it. Like tearing it apart. Like I wanted to go back to put another hump on this side. I don't like how but you know what, this one has an underbite or an overbite. I forgot the two. But you know, so I wanted to go back in with more craft fur, but the reverse tying and the tie or the thread damming are definitely need some work on. Quite satisfying. But yeah, what time is it? It's 3:09. Not bad. I think it's finally, yeah, it's Friday. I have, yeah, I finally have mail coming. I might go ahead and order some of that UV resin. I'm not too sure. $30, but that's for the two. Geez, you really can't beat that, I don't think. I've been looking just about everywhere, trying to find right now, like, who has the cheapest shipping, to be totally frank. And thankfully, I focused myself into a decent direction somehow. And Ty's Flies, or the Fly Smith, not only is it something to look forward to on a daily basis, the streams, but there's new materials being added all the time. It's just hyper interactive, but like it's just like straight up technology. There's this wrap, and I've been trying to use stuff around the house for latex wrap, whether it be gloves, balloons, and stuff like that. But the gator back, I guess See, I didn't order a pack because I wasn't too sure. I was like, I wonder if like I could use this like in place of the latex wrap for worms and bodies. There's prints. It's not just and then the end of the stream showed a plume, the most glorious plume I've ever seen. No one answered how much something that glorious cost though. Sometimes I'm surprised, sometimes taking a gas. I don't know. Is it taking a gas? Taking a gas? I just realized I never really said that out loud. I've heard people, okay. For a long time I said they taught me into doing something rather than talked me into it. I don't know. But anywho, 3 something. So might just pick up a little bit or must scroll around on the internet and Buzz Chicken and Seafood here in Florida. Their chicken lunch is called the Finger Quickie. And every now and then it just pops into my mind out of nowhere. In the form of their honey mustard. See, when I was a kid, I wasn't too keen on the taste of honey by itself. Now I could chug the stuff. Well, I could take spoonfuls, without like having a full body reaction. When I was a kid, I thought, I watched a lot of Winnie the Pooh, an absolute ton, and like my dream was to have Christopher Robin's shoes. If yeah, still to this day. And I forgot what I was saying completely. The honey. So one day my mom got honey. It was never standard American house. Honey has never been, never been through the threshold probably since like the 30s. And the first thing I did obviously was try to eat it like Mr. Pooh Bear. I just tried. I couldn't get it out of my mouth enough, like fast enough. It was so thick. It was a while until I had honey again, like in childhood, and but I'm talking childhood when I was like 2 feet tall. But yeah, so long story short, anytime I watched honey or Winnie the Pooh like devour honey, it didn't look delicious to me anymore. It actually looked not very delicious at all. So in my mind, I replaced it with Bud's honey mustard, which looks more like Winnie the Pooh's honey than honey. Yeah, it's golden. Sweet. Alright. I'm gonna take all the charms off of this. This is a piece I never finished, but it's just scrap, like scrap wire. This was an earring, so I used it to try to weave stuff on. But I need the people, and just all scrap. But I'm wrapped on. But I'm not too keen on this part. That's why I kind of gave up on it. But I want to put some feathers. Just there's some feathers that like have like deformations on it, and I got so many in my like scrap box that I'm gonna attach them to this and like replace the the things. I made it for an auction. I started it to make it for an auction on this like kind of like witchy themed group, I guess. But the group shut down. And that was one of the coolest groups I've ever found. Well, I didn't find it. I was invited to it. A local candle maker ran it. But another thing is just scraps. Really fun to make. Take an irrigation flag and wrap a bunch of scrap wire and then pull it off. And then you just take the same type of wire and put it in the, the spring that you just made with the irrigation flag. And then you wrap that spring with the wire core around the irrigation flag again, and you get this cool structural, really easy bead. Never finished it. But I want to get back into making stuff like this, like scrap stuff, where I just throw a pile of scraps in front of me and whatever comes out, comes out. But I do want to add to this, because this is going to have like just a bunch more random shit. I just can't get over craft supplies right now, so I'm crawling out of a pit of creative block. So, I'm just gonna say now, I didn't recently join a cult. If you notice some random, like, positive emotions. Yeah. But, no, there's literally no difference between me and a cult member when I'm in a creative mood. Good morning, Mr. Cool Cat. How are you doing today? Finally, I marred up all the fur, but ride's hook point up, so shouldn't get caught on too much. Could be for the canal. Needed some heavier things. Did make I meant to bring this out today, but I grabbed a worm instead. Because I was like, you know what? This gator's not going anywhere, so maybe I'll just dip gently a microscopic worm into the water. I posted a short just because Thomas Nathaniel III, the gator out there, he's very small, but right now they're very like amped up, and it's mating season, so very reactive and like a dog trying to play fetch with anything moving with his mouth and then his belly. But he's been hiding in the bushes exactly where, like, the only place that a person stands, and has been hiding right there. So before I go down, I don't go anywhere near the water. I'm not gonna go so far as to call myself an airhead, but I get pretty lost in the moment, alright? So it should be mad embarrassing. Like, yeah, if I disappear for a few weeks, it's because I got bit by a gator and I'm just really embarrassed about it. I would probably make the news if anything worse happens, so like you would just find out there. So anyway, but really reactive, really small though, and here. Show yourself. Oh! I knew he was down there. Yeah. Oh, I should have. Bud. He's being sneakier. Where? Where? Well, there he is. This is the black dot. This is I. And I posted it in shorts today, so that will be the the last video. Wow. Ah. Oh, it's only 22 seconds long. I just posted it because, like, oh, it was a good point. I'm glad I got it on camera because I usually don't, and just kind of jab the pole in the bush or the brush on the water line. And it's only the second time that, I mean, this time though, he didn't budge. And before I started filming, because I knew he was down there, I was whipping the bushes. It was annoying after a while. It's like, dude, I know you're down there. Show yourself. And it's like, why are you gonna go and pick my spot? Like, ain't no way. Like, you were that selfish. It's such a big canal. And I'm the only one making any noise in it besides the turtles. Every now and then, you know, kids will pull over on their dirt bikes and throw the fish for a second. But it's pretty dang quiet, so any splash, zoop. It's pretty neat. But 3:22, I think I'm gonna try to listen to some music or something, and maybe sunrise. I will probably still be up because I've been not doing much to fix my sleep schedule. Um, Organizing every item that that I own, so that is taking a little longer than I thought. A little bit of a spiritual experience, dumping everything you've ever, schlepped around and downsizing, but quite fun. I'm not gonna have a single stash box anymore. You know what I mean? I don't feel like organizing, just push it under. No, every single box, purpose, every drawer, specific. This is a surgical arena now. Wait, I forgot. I showed a picture of my desk configuration, and I think they said it's not supposed to be a surgical arena. I don't even know what that is. So, this is a surgical arena. No, I'm just kidding. But, anywho, I hope you all have a gorgeous night. I'm going to be around the desk for a little bit, poke around. And, I mean, if you fish or have a small business, making a website, it's not much, but if you could post anything on it, like definitely looks like in the morning. Got some bags, and baggage. No, just kidding. Anywho, jeez, God, I've been through a spamdemic. I'll never oh my gosh, what am I gonna sound like when I'm a senior citizen? And like Aunt Carol's been filling in for Candace Owens, which I watch everything, like I really do. And if I find myself thinking something sounds ridiculous, or if I find myself not liking something, don't want to do that. I'll try to overtly watch it or something. Anyway, but I saw something about underground military bases and scrolling, and it's just, man, I just don't know why I never thought about them being miles deep. I knew that was a thing, but not extensive. It just makes the whole planet feel like an ant farm, Even more so. Ants people. Serpent cities. It's wild. Very interesting to see a lot of coverage makes life feel even more like a movie. But life is stranger than fiction to begin with. And you know, loved ones that I know of, that I'm absolutely sure of, and certainly like in this suit, and you know, don't know what else to do, but happy to be here. I would never hesitate. If anyone knows how to use these, I'll be totally honest. First, maybe if I melt the heads or drill some, I don't know. Printed a load of them and painted some, but I don't know. I guess some hooks have small eyes. I really like to use them though. I have to put them in water before, but some are printed hollow and some are printed not hollow, solid. So my idea for that was for floating and sinking, at least like not, you know, heavy, like it has air to help levitate it. I forgot the name of the creator of this, but this is on Thingiverse. This I think you just look up fish head on Thingiverse, and someone has it up there and did the work already. I want to say it's like Lexus or something. It's like a female name. Try to give credit, you know. And I could never chisel out a fish head like that. I did some CAD. I tried to make a like a trinket box of a Nintendo controller, only because the shapes I thought would be fun. I didn't get very far with it. I did make a keychain, and with like text out of it, but I didn't like glue the two layers together or something, so you could tell that it wasn't really even, yeah. But anyway, I need bangs. Lucky M, how's your night going? It's what time is the sunrise again? Oh. Oh my gosh. I looked up Sunrise, Florida, instead of Florida sunrise time like I usually do. And it brought up Sunrise, Florida, the city. And so I looked up Florida sunrise town, or Sunrise, Florida time. And it just gave me the time there, which is the same time. 3 hours, yeah, I'll be up. Sweet. If I am, I'll try to get it on film at least. I wish I could stream out there, but it wouldn't be, I don't even think it would stream. It wouldn't even be pixels. But love y'all. Have a beautiful evening. If there's any patterns that you would recommend, or, you know, if you see any beginner-friendly patterns and are curious if they are beginner-friendly, I'm just kidding. I'm more happy to try to tell anything. I have really rotten focus, and the patterns are just, you can get lost in them. You really can, like a pile of leaves in a cartoon. And it's really, yeah. My cheek muscles hurt because I've been smiling so much, just knowing I will never be bored again. Worst pain possible to be felt on this planet. So painful. So unnecessary. Anywho. Alright. I feel like I always have like that sensation of forgetting to say something, but I guess there really isn't much to say. Happy trails. Please never hesitate. I'm really grateful. I cannot stress that enough. I do live in the middle of nowhere, but I have stamps. Happy trails.